And I am pleased to welcome to the 2025 edition of Statehouse Conversations, Representative Pat Boy of Michigan City, a Democrat, District 9.
Yes.
Where it's always sunny and warm, I hear, up there, right?
Well, it's warmer up there right now than it is
Don't
here.
rub it in. Thank you very much. I'll cut this interview very short. Now, you've introduced 10 bills,
Yes.
among the 1,000 plus that you and your close friends have introduced. What do you want to see, or what's going to have to happen for this to be declared a success in your mind this session? Which of those bills are your priorities?
Well, I think the one that maybe will go through is one to remove the excise tax on motor-driven cycles. Because if you pay $2,000 for a motor-driven bike, you shouldn't have to pay $200 a year for road use because you don't use the roads that much. You don't put much stress on the roads when you do drive. There were 112 licenses issued in 2023 and 123 in 2024, and that's all.
So it wouldn't necessarily, in your estimation, be much of a financial hit.
And the BMV agrees.
And of course, road funding, some of the roads are in quite a predicament, and we've seen the studies from Purdue and others, civil engineers saying we got to do this to maintain at the local level, at the state level. Does that make that a tougher sell when there's already talk about additional surcharges on rideshare services, on increasing the gas tax, although I don't think that would happen. Yeah. But I mean, there seems to be this drumbeat to get more money, not to give it back.
There is, but I don't think that this is spent in the right way. I think people who pay $2,000 for a motorized bicycle are not putting stress on the roads. They are not, as a matter of fact, they'd be better off doing that than riding in a car. So they're saving actually on the road.
The wear and certainly
the wear and tear.
Wear and tear on the road. Of course, it depends on whether I'm on the bike or not. That might be a different matter.
No, I don't think so because.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you. I was hoping you would say that.
I would be more than you would, but that's beside the point.
Well, there's one priority. That 9 to go. I won't make it. This isn't a test, a pop quiz to list them all. But what are a few others that you want to highlight?
I've got one for to help tenants who have landlords who are not fixing something that's a health hazard, like black mold or a leaky roof or something like that. And if the tenant has asked them to do it and they haven't made any attempt, they can call like a city or a county inspector to come out and check for health issues. And they can notify the landlord that it must be fixed, and they can create a rent escrow account at the county level, as long as they're up to date on their rent payments.
Now, would this require a bit of a reversal from some of your colleagues, Republican control in the House and Senate, which a few years ago said local governments, which had been sort of giving some additional heft in empowering tenants in their battles against unscrupulous landlords, and then the General Assembly said, no, let's not go that path. Are you optimistic that you can
I'm never
persuade people to see the light?
I'm never optimistic about it, but it's something that would be a health issue or a safety issue, and if the landlord is not addressing it after they've been asked, the inspectors or health departments can come in and give the landlord a certain amount of time to fix it, and if they don't, the rent escrow account will hold the rent until it is fixed. But they have to be up to date on their regular rent payments to be able to do that. And it can't be their damage that was caused.
So there are some caveats that would be built in to comfort. And any others? Again, I won't. I'm not keeping it. I'm not keeping it. No, there's no pop quiz. You're not being graded. But I didn't want to leave without hitting on those issues that you wanted to share.
Those are two of the big ones. I've got. I'd like to do a repeal of right to work because it's really more or less a right to work for less. It has given unions a lot of problems.
This was seen, depending on one's vantage
point,
either the right to work or the right to work for less money.
Right, but it's not going to go anywhere, I'm sure. But I'm still introducing it.
Is it tough to be in the? I don't know what the opposite of the super majority is. I guess a super minority. Is that? I mean, that's a way of life that you've become something to which you become accustomed.
Yeah, I've never had the super majority. I've never been in. When I was on the city council in Michigan City, everybody was a Democrat, but it wasn't because we were a super majority. It was because everybody voted for us. But this is a different situation, and
But doesn't mean you don't want to get up every
doesn't
morning
mean I don't
and
wanna
say,
try.
let's give it a shot.
Gotta keep trying.
And that's what sets you all apart. Members of the General Assembly, regardless of party affiliation, seem
And
to be, with rare exception, dedicated to doing the public's
and I'm
work.
looking at other bills from some of the Republicans that I'm going to join on to, if I can.
If they'll let you, no.
One of them has asked me, and I told her, yeah.
No, that's always good to see those bipartisan
Yeah, because
authorships.
we're supposed to be
and bills.
doing things for the good of the people in the state, not for making money for ourselves or making money for somebody else. It's supposed to be for health and safety and welfare.
Well, Pat Boy, appreciate your commitment to your constituents, to the state of Indiana, and to public service.
Thank you.
Something that isn't always in fashion, but those of you and your 149 colleagues who step forward and actually do something about it, as it were. I thank you for taking time. Representative Pat
Thank you.
Boy, Democrat, Michigan City, District 9. Good luck the rest of the session.
Thank you. It's good to see you again.